Hi, I'm Tony. Welcome to my workshop. As you can see, it's nice and compact. No room here for charismatic experts or even Canadian comedians to come leaping out at us. Right, today's, or possibly the ongoing task, is to make a silver box. Here is my very rough, actually not that rough, quite good. Here is my drawing, and here is a piece of silver, just dropped on the floor, marked up for that purpose. Okay. Right, well, this is the drawing. As you can see, my intention is to make a box about 45mm wide and 30mm deep and 30mm in depth in total. This is one which I started before, so I'm attempting to make, or not attempting, I'm going to make a companion piece to this one, which is about a third of the way through being made. To that result, that end, I have marked up this piece of silver. Don't know if you can see. That's where the break for the lid will be, and that is then halfway up the body, which I'm going to fold into a crease and take it from there. Okay, it needs to be annealed first, so that'll be our next stage. Okay. It's initial annealing. I have, for once, turned the lights off so the torch will show up a bit better and you can see the colour of the metal more. Okay. Right, I've now got the metal in the vise, and I'm going to start to fold it over. On the first mark. Right over myself. Using a boxwood mallet for this. It's getting a bit worn out now. Surprising. And once you get nicely flattened out like that, I'm now going to re-anneal it. Right, now I'm going to start to fold it, crease it up properly. I actually want the hammer marks to come down onto the main part of the metal as well, just on the seam. Just realised I'm very leaning in front of the camera. Oh well. Nice and clean on that side. It was anyway. Right, this has been annealed and I've started to open the edge up. And carry on doing that now. And the edge, even the edge of the steel block. Working it up. Get it so it's past the right hand corner. That's it. Now, tap it down on itself. See, a nice ridge forming. Almost at the stage you need a really down a bit. I'm going to anneal it again. That is right, it's a different camera angle. Look at that, right. A different camera as well. Really stand out. Quite deep now, so we'll knock it down. Turn it over. Flatten the edge back down. Right, it's just about ready now to start to bend it over. Right, that's it annealed, and now there's a good old 3-arm stake and rawhide, boxwood mallet again. Take the ends over first. Makes life a lot easier than trying to bend the ends at the end, you see. bring it in a bit by hand. Not bad. And the box is going to end up being oval rather than round. So we're trying to get some form of ovalness to it. Sharp angle coming there, so I don't want. Lots of different angles on these stakes that we can use to get the correct one. Right, so it's now hardening itself up. It's also, which means it's becoming quite nice and springy. So this is the time to clean up these edges and to solder it. Right, we saw this in a nice straight line. Spring it together and gives me a mark to follow down here. Yeah, let's carry on. Number one bites. Right. Right, these are, I can't remember if I'm using 03 or 04 blades on this one. So 4. I'll get my zeros modelled up. It's either a 40 or a 30, I've forgotten. I've got 2 packs of each. Brilliant. Right, pop it open. File it. Nice and straight that one. This one's got a wee bit of a wobble. Right. Screws together nicely. Some now to we can spring it together. As all these edges come out. I don't use binding wire. Sorry again. I don't use binding wire. I bought a roll of binding wire about 40 years ago. And 2 years ago I threw a rusty mound of rusty wire all wrapped nicely coiled up. It had gone to rust, and I think I must have used it about 4 times. In the unlikely event that I do, I tend to just get a bit of old steel wire. I've got a bit too much of a gap there. So, a little bit more of an angle in, so that these bits should be touch. That's it. Right. Now spring it together. And turn the radio back. Just about a little bit of squidging with the pliers. Right. Now, to flux it prior to soldering, I'm using easy flow solder. Look, no I'm not. I'm using easy flow flux, a bit of borax mixed in with it, my go-to flux. I do occasionally use tenacity if we're going up into really high temperatures. I'm doing copper or brass work because copper and brass seem to be much dirtier than silver. Tenacity on the high temperatures holds it, keeps the joy much cleaner. Right, now that's that fluxed. Just put it back over there. Now, my thing is to see if I can film soldering it. That'll be a good trick. Right, soldering. Now, something like this I tend to use a strip solder. So this was, or it is, the tail end of a strip of hard grade solder which I have just cut with the shears to give me a thin bit of solder. Right, so unusually for me again, I'll turn the light off so that hopefully the colour of the metal will show up. I don't normally bother, I normally that'll be it. The piece nicely soldered. I'm going to put that in the pickle. Lovely. Oh, I love that noise. Right, that's the soldered up one after pickle. And then in focus. Not looking too bad. Okay, now the solder's thrown a little bit around inside there. I don't want to do any more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into shape. Once it's shaped, I'm going to flood some more solder around that joint, around the crease there, because that will then hold everything really nice and compact. Okay. Right, so that's the old 3-arm stake. To the front and the back on the wider section here. That should start to give me the shape I require. That's getting there. It's a bit of an angle. I think we are, yeah, it's getting there, it's getting there. A bit more. This side isn't looking as nice. Nicer. Now if I chose to do something nice, like a round box, it would be an awful lot easier. I'm quite liking that. Okay, this side, the bottom part of it is not good at all. Pull these edges in a little bit. That's what I like it. I've noticed when I'm doing finer work, I end up holding the hammer really low down. I should remember to hold it back at the end, but it doesn't always happen that way. So there's part of me says that as long as you get the result, it doesn't really matter how you do it, but I do like to maintain certain standards. So right, a bit of an indent there. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to anneal it, and also, as I said before, fill this joint. I keep saying joint. Fill this seam, this fold, up with solder as well, because that then holds everything really well in shape. Not that that's not in shape anyway. Right, annealing and soldering up. Flux. Now again, I'll heat up the front of it away from the solder chain to prevent that from popping. Support it. A little bit of solder left on there. A bit more flux on it. Right. And for the sake of the camera, I'll do that. Right. Solder to work his way around. Right, that should be nicely annealed and well soldered. Well, soldered, and oh, I do love that noise. I swear my children deliberately heat up frying pans and other pots too hot just to run them in water after they finish cooking. That's what I think about the noise. Okay. Put the light back on. Let's just move back to where we were. Right, now I'm going to measure this off. I'm going to take this line here as being my straight edge. And that's how much I need to take off the whole way around. So, time to start sawing. Could be the twang of many broken blades coming up. Make sure I stick to the line. also remember not to put your thumb too far inside, otherwise you end up with a rather messy thumb. Experience again. In fact, I'm going to tempt fate. Ever since I had cardiac arrest about 6 years ago, I've been on warfarin, amongst other drugs, but warfarin is one of those, which means if I do cut myself, it takes about 3 weeks for it to stop bleeding now, which is a bit of a nightmare. It also means I haven't cut myself nearly as much. I'm being a little bit more careful. One aspect of my day job is making moulds, rubber moulds for pewter casting. And these moulds are usually 11 inches in diameter. The feeds into them using a mixture of a lino cutter or number 11 blade Swan Morton scarf. Now I reckon I'm getting through at least 2, possibly 3 scalpel blades just cutting the mould in. That's not bedding the item into the rubber to start with, that's just cutting the feeds in. You get through at least two Swan Morton scalpel blades and 2 of these very sharp lino cutting blades. And I used to cut myself frequently, and to the stage I had to be taken up to the local hospital to get stitches in my leg, believe it or not, and across there I've still got a scar there, where about 10 years ago, that side of my finger is numb, because I cut through all the nerves. Good trick. Moral of that is don't change scalpel blades when you've got heat-proof gloves on. Right, now, anecdote. I like this size file. I do occasionally, I do use bigger ones than this. But for this sort of item, these are perfect. So I like. Nice. Here's another straight edge. A little bit of a high point there. It's looking okay there. Now to clean the inside of it. And use a sand split. I did see some people writing in saying a great deal of difficulty using these. I've never had a problem with them at all. Take the strip off, this is 320 grit. Tear a strip off, fold one end of it over, slot it into there. This will be the one, this will be the time it goes wrong. And just slowly fire it up. I don't see any difficulty with that at all. And then cursory. So once over he's going to show me, and then open as high so as it. Right, so I want to solder there. Bad boy. And just roll these nicely around. Just realised I've left the camera rolling, so this is all been done in real time. I didn't always have a proper timing on it. Okay. Right, now I'm going to solder the base on. I've got a long strip of hard solder, which as you can see I've trimmed every piece off like that. So I'm going to stick solder this. It's all been fluxed up. The original solder joint is at the back away from the top. It's running around nicely. Oh, that is mighty close to the edge. Having a quick check inside it. Oh, what's that close? Right, now this is going to go into the outside. I'm just going to drop it straight in and go fishing for it later. Ooh, lovely. Right, it's been removed from the pickle. So the next stage is to cut the base off. Or to trim the base back, not cut the base off, trim the base back. Okay, that's it filed off level. I'm going to sand it now. Once more back on the inside as well. There's some residues in there, but the next couple of times we'll get soldered and then quickly get rid of them. Now I need to measure it. Maybe a little bit higher. That'll do. Right, I'm going to saw around this line to mark it properly, and then on the two ends I'm going to saw right through but leave the rest of it held together. Okay. Because I want to put the covering, the lid, that's a word, good word, that lid, isn't it? The covering lid. Anyway, but it's, because the lid is going to be contoured, it's going to be fitting inside here. And I want to put that on, or at least tack it into place before I remove the whole of the lid, because otherwise there's a danger of distorting. When I push it all in together, it's going to distort that. By making a hole back and front, or making two holes, means that the air inside the box won't expand and push the top of the lid out of position. Good theory. For those of you who are wondering why I'm using pliers to tighten up my saw, it's quite an old saw, the threads are getting a bit knackered, and it's actually quicker to do gently with parallel pliers than it is to keep straining my fingers. And if somebody says, oh, you shouldn't do that, well, I've been doing it for the last 40 years, so through that edge. on the fraction ounce. That's what you get for washing. There we go. Well, that's box 1. Sorry, that's actually box 2, which you watched me do. And that's box 1, which is the ones I made earlier. A very slight difference in height and things, but as I said, they're companion pieces rather than, they're not a matched pair, they're companion pieces. Similar design, similar idea, but anyway, I'm going to call a halt now and then get some coffee. The next thing up will be to make the lid, put the bezel in, and then have to get them ready to be sent to the assay office.